In case you missed it, the news wrote, Mel's team is asked to delay his trial until 2026, citing mental and physical health. Melly will have endured conditions worse than death row for over 7 years. As many seem to forget, Melly has been sitting in jail for 7 long years without a single conviction. And now, famous lawyer Bradford Cohen has written, "When I had this case 7 years ago, I said that this case needed to go in the first 6 months. The state wasn't ready. The investigation was terrible. Witnesses were all over the place, and speed was the way to win. However, Melly chose to take a different route, and that decision is what led to this moment, as the judge revealed just how many long days Melly has been trapped behind bars."
Let me repeat myself. Mr. Devins has to make an informed decision about who he wants as lawyers. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So, how long would you like to be able to make that decision?
I can't determine when the investigation will be over. That's up to the Broward Sheriff's Office, but I can, as I said, I'm just asking for a week. And then I'm asking for at least a day or two, at minimum.
Decide by tomorrow. I've also reserved all of tomorrow.
The judge himself couldn't believe it had been over 2,000 days without a verdict in this case. He told prosecutors to give him a solid reason why Melly should not be freed, or else he would release him on bond. And this moment led to Melly's mother speaking out about the bond attempt.
We just still praying. I know I said I would I'll keep everybody updated with what's happening. I know right now we're waiting. So basically the judge is going to do, I guess, a written order. So we're just waiting, and that order can come any minute, or it could come tomorrow. I don't know. So we're just waiting. We're just waiting. So everybody just keep praying, keep having faith. Oh, Tessa, stop. I've been crying too. It's been a long time coming, you know.
Melly's lawyers submitted a new bond package, which even included coverage from news reports. Melly's legal team proposed posting an unspecified bond that would be paid by his record label, 300 Entertainment. If granted bond, they assured the judge that Melly would be on house arrest, wear an ankle monitor, and hire round-the-clock security to keep tabs on him. The bond was thought to be so good that a rapper wrote, "That boy Melly coming home, I feel it," as they plan to use evidence gathered by Melly's mother, showing how he has not been treated like a human while locked inside jail.
You saw Melly's statement just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life. As a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
Melly's lawyers even pointed to GPS evidence, showing that as the crime unfolded, Melly was running away, hiding in a bush from what they claimed was the alleged drive-by.
That would be the part where he's saying that someone just shot the car up and was trying to shoot him. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's cars coming behind him, like hiding. He was like, there's some, yeah. He's like, yeah, there's some. I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Sack and Juvie? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think.
And to further paint the picture of Melly's innocence, his lawyers argued that the firearm used in the crime was never recovered, claiming that whoever carried out the drive-by would have taken it with them as they fled.
So the first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which firearm I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this determination because I don't know what firearm was used.
Okay.
But prosecutors only pushed to make things worse for Melly, with the announcement that the prosecutors updated the evidence against Melly. He didn't know he was filmed admitting to the murder of Sack Chaser and Juvie, where, just 5 hours after the murders took place, video footage captured Bortland and Melly celebrating together in a parking lot.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive, turned still. Hey. The dog still turned, regardless of what happened. You already know.
As the footage shows, neither of them appeared shaken or upset over the passing of their best friends. This same footage is then paired with the clip of Melly and the YNW boys climbing into the car, as Melly is seen leaving the studio and taking the back left seat of the Jeep, positioning himself right before Sack Chaser and Juvie.
Excuse me, you're able to see? Yes, all right.
The official court documents read, "The direction of the bullets traveling from left to right in the car supports the claim that the shots originated from the back left seat where Melly was positioned. Even Juvie's mother stepped forward and confirmed exactly who was sitting where inside the car."
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury?
Leon Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the kids in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right-hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Janelle.
But prosecutors kept repackaging their evidence to present before the judge. And now they're striking deals with Bortland and with Melly's ex-girlfriend to pressure them into snitching on him. Because Melly's ex-girlfriend was supposed to testify in the first trial, yet instead she fled the country and hid outside the United States for 3 years. And when she finally returned, police wasted no time. She was arrested the moment she came back.
Mariah Hamilton is spending her first day at the Broward County Jail. She has no arrest record until now. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested her at Miami International Airport Monday after she arrived on an international flight. Court records show Hamilton was ordered to testify in Demon's first trial in 2023.
As the judge forced Mariah to sign a deal for her release, the agreement made it clear she must testify in the upcoming Melly trial. And soon after, she took to Facebook and wrote, "Thank you to my village. I love y'all so much. God's plan, not mine." As Mariah prepares to testify about the witness tampering that Melly allegedly committed, investigators have already dug through her iCloud account and uncovered disturbing evidence. The most devastating part of this is that witness tampering alone carries a life sentence. So even if Melly is found innocent in the deaths of Sack Chaser and Juvie, he will still be staring down a life sentence if convicted of this.
State filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
But with Melly caught in witness tampering, he's been banned from using jail phones for an entire year, as they cannot risk him interfering any further with the case. Yet this silence, this lack of communication, has left Melly's mother deeply upset, and she spoke out about it in this interview.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
However, it's what Bortland will do to Melly that could seal his fate and sentence him to life in prison. Because prosecutors will push him to flip, to snitch on Melly, especially since Melly already tried to throw the blame on Bortland in the first trial.
Those were his lives. Cortland Henry shows up at Memorial Hospital, Miramar. And you don't see him sitting there, but where you will see him sitting is in the driver's seat of a car with 2 bodies, a car riddled with bullets. And when he shows up with a change of clothing, change of shirt, powder residue on his hands, evidencing that he had discharged a firearm. And he lies.
He lies about where the incident occurred. He lies about how it occurred. And he lies about not having a phone. I think it was Miss Bradley herself who said, everybody has a phone in his pocket, not Cortland Henry.
Revealing that it was always Bortland feeding lies to the feds. He's the one with the powder on his hands, and he was the one with Juvie and Sack Chaser at the time they passed. They even brought in an investigator who went further, pointing directly to the firearm powder found on Bortland's hands.
So the right hand of Cortland Henry contained 0 particles characteristic of hot residue and two component particles. And the left hand contained 1 particle characteristic of hot residue and 1 2-component particle.
Okay. And can you explain to us what that means?
Basically, overall, there was hot residue present on the hands.
Bortland despised this. The moment Melly walked away with a mistrial, he fired back on Twitter, unleashing his frustration for everyone to see. Mind games don't work on people like me. Alongside a handshake emoji as if he's accepting a deal, as prosecutors move forward with the retrial, they will try to have Bortland and Melly tried side by side. Their strategy is clear. Putting them together gives prosecutors the best chance to corner Bortland, to push him into turning against Melly, and to make him snitch under the crushing weight of the courtroom.
Here, and you can try them together. It is to the benefit of the state to try them together. Just more efficient. You don't have to do things again and again. Do it all at once, and also you get a better chance of having them incriminate each other during the trial. It benefits the defense to sever it. That way they can point the finger at each other and get away with it. So this is what's going on. But I don't think it should be automatically severed because the state is seeking a penalty for Melly, because it's only the penalty phase of the trial that would be different, not the guilt phase. The guilt phase is the same. They're both capital crimes. You're seeking the penalty on one, not the other, but that goes into the second part of the trial, the penalty phase, only if Melly is found guilty.